Alright, so first of all, we pretty much gotta take the tank off. To get so we can route the cables and stuff. We gotta take the side covers off so we can unhook them from the airbox. Yeah, so we're getting started here. So we're removing the gas lines off the petcock right now. We got 2 petcocks on this bike, so we'll be doing both of them, of course.
Tank. There.
Yeah, we don't want the petcock to turn.
No. It just takes a little bit to hold it. Not much. I don't want it to turn, right, because I don't want it to start leaking up here.
Oh yeah,
that keeps the tank from vibrating and cracking right up through the middle.
keeps it from.
That's why they added this. They added this later. The earlier ones don't have it. The 71, 72s don't have it. I think they started it in 73.
Yeah, we just pull this off and we have a center nut and bolt right here that mounts it to the frame.
Probably off. Hold it.
I don't think it's off. There we go. See if we can grab it now. There we go.
Oh well, it'll stay in there.
Yeah, we can take it off with the tank, of course, but yeah.
Okay. Now we don't want to ding up the front by hitting up here. So we're going to break it all loose.
There you go.
Things off. Now, grab that towel.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the stud that holds that tank up. Sometimes these get ripped out because they're not in right or something, but it's a special bolt that just like locks into the screw and doesn't turn. Pretty simple thing here. And then we have these pieces of rubber here which isolate the tank from, fills in the gap and it keeps it from flopping around, holds it there. So all comes together, eliminates vibration. And then the front part of the tank hooks onto this rubber piece here. So, and then of course our cables for our throttle are right through here, and they come back to the tops of the carburetors. So removing that now.
Spring is all it does is hold it.
And then these just come right off when you take that spring off.
No.
Well, you gotta.
We got 2.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
And the tighter one is down here. Probably should have took that one off first.
And then it has like a lip back here that hooks into the frame. So it has to like come out of a certain direction and stuff. And it kind of like hooks around the frame right there.
Latches. foam back here
Yeah,
So
so
it's
they
not rub.
they put foam on here to keep it from rubbing, which this looks identical to like what the 71 looks like. Just they covered it all up with that cover. Otherwise, 77s, 78s, or early 78s.
Put the nut back in there. That's the air cleaner. The breather comes out of, instead of going over the fender, is right here now.
Oh, that tube that used to go in the back.
Yep. So it comes out of the back of the motor right there, and it comes around and hooks right into here.
Okay.
That's a 79 on 79 and on. Which is only 2 more years.
Yeah.
82. Well, they say there was some 83s, but just really didn't use them, so it got plugged.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna start taking tops off the carburetors because that's the next step here. Just simply come off with these Phillips screws right here. This is where the choke cable would have went to, but we just kind of eliminated it on this bike. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Just let it warm up before you take off. And usually it's nice out when we ride anyway. I mean, warm, you know. So, pretty simple task here. Just take slide these right out.
It's already got the anodized slides in it. These were actually really nice carburetors.
Now the other side. Oh, oil return.
Oil return. So we'll loosen this, and we'll turn it. Maybe. There.
Here we go. Now we're going to take the carbs off.
Special adapters I made. So
Just taking the gas lines off here.
of course you got to use a Whitworth wrench on this.
Oh, a special
Size.
British wrench.
Not metric or a standard don't fit it.
Yeah, so Whitworth tools is a lot of them, and some of the bolts. It's hard to say a lot, but a few things are still special British sizes. So we have a little bit of everything on here, like standard, and our Whitworth.
We will reuse this on the other carburetors because it'll bolt right up. Once we get it off.
There it goes.
It's kind of fiddly. There's one. There it is. It should just pop off of there if we just kind of wiggle it off. Because there's a bump in there. Maybe I didn't loosen it enough.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck yet.
When you try to move it back, it'll expand. There, it should go. Okay.
Right.
Now it's just a matter of hooking her in.
Yeah. Next, we're gonna put them back. Put the Mark IIs on. All right. So here on this Bonneville, of course, this is the on this 79. This is where the ports come out straight out. And on Bonneville's previous to this, they flared out a little bit, and then they would come in over here on the outer cover.
called a splayed head.
Splayed? Splayed would probably be the best.
Splayed.
That's how it was, splayed.
That's parallel port.
So yeah, this would be considered the parallel port. Tigers were parallel ports as well, but they would take a manifold. And then they have the sealed carburetor right here. Haven't seen very many 79 Tigers before. If they even existed, I don't really know that information, but we won't go into that. Probably won't even talk about that stuff right now. But this is what the Bonneville head looked like in 79. They also changed this in 79. They put the vent right here into the top of this rocker box. See how it comes down here, the toes? Previous years, they actually went back to here and then went back behind the motor here. Okay, so it would come down into
This hose would be really long, and it'd come over here and hook into this over there. That big one would hook onto this, and then this. Well, actually, this hooked onto here, and then that D-shaped thing went up over the fender.
Yeah, that routed the vent all the way over the back fender.
And the vent from the tank went onto here.
And this was actually, then they eliminated all that, and then they put that one into here, like I said, and then they rerouted this one up into the airbox here, which gave it a cleaner and, I don't know, cleaner look. I wouldn't say about anything about to do with any functionality, but cleaner for sure.
I think a lot of it has a lot to do with that Model E, because the environmental. They had to make a lot of changes to past emissions. And if you think about it, that's how all later model cars are too. They have the engine breather in the air cleaner. Yeah. And before, it was exhausting it out into the atmosphere, which is what they made them change. So that's why this came about. So the motor is sucking the hot vapors off the top of the tank.
Yeah, because this is all hollow here. This is above the oil tank right here, all up here.
Yep.
So yeah, interesting.